Hi, this is Jim Lyon, the host of the All That to Say podcast. Before you dive in today, be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can catch all of our fearless conversations. I just have to ask, sentenced to 6 years, as I understand it, for the crime, although released a little bit early, what was that like when you found yourself walking in to a prison? What was going through your head?
So let me tell you, even before we talk about what was going through my head, where the courtroom I was sentenced from is a courtroom where some of the biggest victories in my career had happened. It was in a courthouse where I started my career as a law clerk. So to now be marched down the hallway in handcuffs from there was the first thing to deal with psychologically. But I earned that, Kendall. I earned that from my crimes. I make no bones about it. Then interestingly enough, when I got to county, because in New Jersey, in a lot of places, you go to the county jail before the central transportation unit picks you up to transport you to state prison. Two things happened simultaneously. The first was obviously fear when the door closes behind you. I'd gotten through my strip search and whatever else they do. And then the door closes and that's it. The other thing, believe it or not, and this only lasted for about 2 days, was relief that it was finally behind me. I finally began to pay down. I was finally beginning to pay down some of the debt. And for me, that was really, really important. But then, of course, that turned into fear because I was only in county for 5 days. So nobody really wanted me, right? Because I was this high profile gang organized crime lawyer. Everybody knew I was. Interestingly enough, the prison thought I was going to have a problem with the inmates. I didn't expect that at all. I mean, if anything, I was a pillar of those communities, right? And candidly represent a lot of people who are wrongfully accused and things of that nature. So I wasn't concerned about the community or the inmates. The prison, was worried, but of course that makes sense, right? A lot of lawyers that get jammed up have stolen money from clients and done those things. So they go on the unit and they got to worry about getting stabbed. I wasn't necessarily worried about that. My experience in prison was everything my clients told me it would be. And that was a real eye opener because here I come from a father who, had been in and out of prison. So I'd visited prisons and jails as a kid. I had been in a lot of prisons and jails as a practicing lawyer. But there is nothing like when that door closes behind you and you're locked in there.